Just like old times, am I right, people? Sports talk, old school low limits of Lucas, am I right, people? Brings you back memories. The first time last year I started No Limits of Lucas in May of 2024. It's always strictly sports talk and maybe some dose of pop culture. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms, the Lucas E. Allen Show, which your sports podcast, your Wednesday, October 22nd of 2025. For anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Lucas E. Allen. Watch on YouTube, hit the like button on today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for our post notifications so you miss an upload on YouTube. And leave a comment. Think of my West Sports podcast for your Wednesday, your Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. I decided to do this, by the way. I decided to do this podcast today. If anything, go watch on any audio platform. If it's a Spotify, say at least, leave me a comment. And also, 5-star rating be nice as well. So anyways, what I was going to say just now is, the reason why I did this, I want to do these more often, like the sports podcast. It's not a lot of great wrestling news. I want to just go over NXT October 21st of 2025. And some dose of wrestling news, like news on Samantha Irvin and news like that. But aside, like every other day, or it depends on how much news is in the esports or pop culture section, and also wrestling. I decided to do those separate, to say at least. So stay tuned for that to say. So today's your strictly your sports podcast today. Look, for wrestling, I'm sorry, Sally, I'm mistaking you. That is not going to happen today, to say at least. Maybe tomorrow for Thursday, to say at least. Let's get right into your podcast, so for today. It's just your NBA opening night game thoughts. We'll be discussing that. Also, Raiders reported some Maxx Crosby won't be traded despite the team's poor start. Also, your NFL week power rankings for Week 8. And obviously finish off your NFL Week 8 predictions as well. As always, thank you for watching Lucas E. Allen Productions. It may be Sun's Constellation, your Wednesday sports podcast for your Wednesday, October 22nd of 2025. It's on today's podcast. Starting with, you guessed, your NBA Open Night 2025 game reactions and thoughts and opinions on my side of things. Let's go over the new notes here, guys. The NBA delivered a thriller opening night in the league's return to NBC. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, my defending Oklahoma City Thunder for NBA champions, delivered a gift for their fans on ring night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander bounced back from a 5-point effort in the first half to send the Thunder to overtime in Tuesday's season opener against the Houston Rockets, the led Kevin Durant Houston Rockets got traded last offseason from the Phoenix Suns. He then finished the game in a second overtime with a pair of game-winning free throws by drawing a foul that fouled Kevin Durant out of his Rockets debut. It was very interesting to say at least there. It's probably very interesting if you ask me. Gilgeous-Alexander's two late free throws capped off a 35-point night and 125-124 double overtime victory for the Thunder on a night when they raised their banner for the 2024-2025 NBA Championship banner, to say the least. On the other side, Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James is opening night, faced the Golden State Warriors. So Luka Doncic did everything he could to do on Tuesday night at the Crypto.com Arena, but he's going to need some help, especially with LeBron James signing to start the season, like I said. The Golden State Warriors picked up a 119-109 victory over Doncic-led Lakers on Tuesday night in the second half of an opening night doubleheader to officially tip off the 2025-2026 NBA season. Now let's start my thoughts on the Thunder and Rockets game. That was the first game that tipped off. I didn't watch either one of these games, by the way, but I looked at the box scores and everything. I kept more interested in the Thunder game. That was the first ever NBC return to NBC with the NBA. And the game looked pretty great on paper. I obviously didn't watch the game, like I said, but I can tell by the box scores and everything else. 125-124 is a very good game. Both games are actually pretty good. Obviously, the Thunder and Rockets more close, obviously, but still. But let's start with the Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun looks like at least it's the first game. It's the first game. There's about 81 more games to go afterwards for the Houston Rockets. But Alperen Sengun did all he could. Even Kevin Durant was even not that bad. He deserved 23 points and everything. He obviously fouled out. It's obviously not a great decision at all for him, the standpoint, but still. It was always been a double overtime, so of course he'll foul. Any normal person would probably foul out if you're like, even though Kevin Durant's one of the top players in the NBA history, but still. It was a very interesting game. The Thunder trailed most of the game. I think they trailed up until like at that point. Obviously, you had J-Dub, Jalen Williams. You had Jalen Williams off the bench. It was not as good as J-Dub, but still. Very good game, if you ask me, from a box score standpoint. It kept interested in the game because obviously my favorite team is the Thunder. Obviously, I'm going to really great match stuff in basketball now. My Thunder being NBA champions. But still, I think that the game was pretty good, if you ask me. Not that I watched it at all. I can tell by the box score and everything else. If anything, you go double overtime. You're not like the Giants and Colts, or not Giants, the Broncos and Colts. It was Matt Ryan versus Russell Wilson when the game went to overtime. No team scored a touchdown, but it's a different sport. I know that for sure. But this game was pretty freaking good, if you ask me. Despite not me watching, I wanted to watch it, but I'm obviously not. I only have one TV in my hotel. I'm staying there right now, so I couldn't watch the game at all. But you get the point for that. My mom was burning TV, watching Dancing with the Stars. I know, kind of boring, but I know it's just I'd be a whole lot of people to say at least. But the Thunder, great first game after defending your championship, man. Defeating the Houston Rockets led team of Kevin Durant, Alperen Sengun, who scored 39 points. Can you believe that? Alperen Sengun is a freaking beast, man. And this guy was drafted 16th overall in 2021 NBA draft, in 2021. My God, that dude's a freaking stud at the big man position or power forward, even center. He played, and then last night he started power forward, and Steve now started center. Pretty great stuff, if you ask me, man. So that's my thoughts on the Thunder and Rockets game. As for the Warriors and Lakers game, it looked not as close as the Thunder and Rockets, but still a 10-point game is not a blowout any means necessary. It's still a double-digit game technically, but just barely double-digit. The Lakers have scored a free throw at least one, be a single-digit game. But it did not. Obviously, 119-109 victory. The Lakers, Luka Doncic needs fucking help already. I know it's only one game, people, but what is he gonna got? He has, Austin Reeves? I mean, he needs LeBron, now, to say at least. Because this Lakers team is not the greatest depth on paper when it comes to the roster standpoint. At the bench, even their starting lineup, man. DeAndre Ayton looked not great at all on last night. I'll look up his stats right now. I'm pretty sure it's not that great, if you ask me. I'll watch that backfire for me. Look up the Lakers stats right now. Look up the Los Angeles Lakers. Look up, just to make sure. I want to get my facts right, to say at least here. Let's look at the stats right here. I can pull it up. I don't know why it's not letting me pull it up. Alright, fuck it. I'm going to go with my players, DeAndre Ayton. Where's DeAndre Ayton? Yeah. He had average 10 points last night. 10 points and 6 rebounds. And he was alright, I guess. Maybe it did backfire for me, but still, man. You get the point. They still need a lot more size. And DeAndre Ayton, he got back up would be Jackson Hayes. I was surprised his team not get Clint Capella, who also played for the Rockets last night against the Thunder game. Yeah, I probably need DeAndre Ayton and Clint Capella. One offensive guy is pretty good in DeAndre Ayton, and a defensive guy in Clint Capella. That's pretty good if you ask me. Not like a Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren type power forward and center dude. I'm not saying that start together, but still, you get the point. But the Lakers need some more help when it comes to defense and standpoints. Obviously, Luka Doncic. They have Luka Doncic and have LeBron, though. I know it's only one game. I'm not going to play anybody more. This is my quick thoughts, man. It's only one game to say at least. But still, Warriors, man. Jimmy Butler. I'm going to look up Jimmy Butler's stat. I feel like it was pretty good last night. Look up playoff Jimmy Butler, man. My laptop would like to work, man. I don't want it's not working, you say the least. Alright, I guess I can't work it. I can't work it, bro. Why are you not working, Lappy Top? Alright, I guess it won't work. Sorry, people. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Butler had 31 points in that game? I could be mistaken with Steph, correct? Like I said, I didn't watch your game, to say the least. I just want to keep my quick thoughts on this, and still a very good doubleheader. Obviously, because we go start with NBC, you at least have a big stuff to say in your playoff debut, or at least your so what I'm thinking of, basically your season debut for NBC. So I thought this was a pretty good game for the Rockets, and Thunder game obviously being the better of the two. But still, a very good doubleheader if you ask me. Rockets and Thunder, defending champion Thunder, and Warriors and Lakers to say. So those are my thoughts on the NBA. My thoughts on the NBA season to say at least. It was started to open at night to say at least. Finally got the laptop to work, and I was right, people. Jimmy Butler did average 31 points last night. Very good stuff from Jimmy Butler if you ask me. Moving on to your NFL talk. Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. So we want a little bit of one piece of news and get on to your power rankings and also your premium predictions for this week. Raiders reportedly telling Maxx Crosby he won't be traded despite the team's poor start. With the Las Vegas Raiders sitting at 2-5, the trade rumors are already swirling around. And if the Raiders are going to sell off parts to one player, it would draw significant attention to his star pass rusher Maxx Crosby, obviously. But the Raiders reportedly had no desire to part with the star player. The team reportedly met with Crosby on Tuesday to inform the four-time Pro Bowler that they aren't shopping him and won't deal with him at the deadline, according to the NFL Network. Which they probably shouldn't, if you ask me, despite them being 2-5 and everything. I know he's probably not happy with the Raiders. You can't blame the dude at all. But seriously, the Raiders, they want to at least semi-compete at AFC West. They're at 2-5, not the greatest at all compared to the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Chiefs, obviously. I'm not gonna catch them at all. Especially Geno Smith being the interception leader this season, to say at least. And he got blown out 31-0 against the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead on Sunday afternoon. Not a great season off for the Raiders. Not a single point scored in that game for the Raiders. But at least want at least be a sniff, at least for the Chargers, or the Broncos, or Chiefs. At least sniff the third spot. You got to at least keep Maxx Crosby. You're probably more lucky going to be the punching bag of that division. But you're going to be seriously, why would you trade Maxx Crosby? You want to at least semi-compete just a little bit. It's not, I'm not saying you compete at all. We obviously had Geno Smith, at least semi-competing. But still, you want to trade a guy like Maxx Crosby, unless you get a insane haul, like 3 first-round picks. But then again, that would be going more than Micah Parsons, man. You want for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. But still, man, I feel speaking of the Cowboys, I think they should, if there's a one team that definitely should go after Maxx Crosby, it is the damn Dallas Cowboys. It is definitely the Cowboys. Let's look at their defense. Who they fucking got? They got Kenny Clark, who's okay for what he is. I love Kenny Clark to death. One of my favorite Packer players of all time. At least not one, but he's definitely my recent memory Packers. But he's your only guy that got on the defensive line there that's worth a penny at all. They got nobody else. They could definitely use a guy like Maxx Crosby. Maybe trade with the Packers picks. Maybe one of their picks. Maybe some other player. Maybe they want to get a receiver. To go along with obviously Jacoby Myers in Las Vegas, and also Brock Bowers is not done greatest this year in his sophomore year. But still, it is what it is to say. So those are my thoughts on this. And the one team to go after Crosby would definitely be the Dallas Cowboys. They really need Maxx Crosby. Let's look at their pass rush right now. Even I'm an avid Cowboys hater, if you ask me. Those are my thoughts on this for sure to say at least. Moving on to your 2025 NFL Week 8 Power Rankings for this week. Going over your top 16 teams going into the 2025 NFL season for Week 8. And starting with Joe, please, number 16, shall we? Number 16, get the Los Angeles Chargers. This team was just top 4 just 3 or 4 weeks ago. I haven't done power rankings for any other week since I haven't done anything for week 7. I did for week 6. But so I was a week off for power rankings to get the point for unnecessary circumstances. Go back to the podcast yesterday. But number 16 is the Los Angeles Chargers. They have fallen off the face of the fucking earth, man. Unbelievable. But now the Colts are a very great team, and obviously they lost 38-24 in their home state of the SoFi Stadium, but still, man. Not a great performance, any means necessary for the Los Angeles Chargers going against the best team in the NFL, technically, the Indianapolis Colts, who had thought that at the start of the season to say at least. But number 16, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, who they're not doing the greatest at all recently to say at least. But still a top 16 football team in Week 8 for the season, though, to say at least. You're not top 15, don't start with number 15. Number 15, you got the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I know. Trust me, their defense is putrid still to this day. Their defense is, I know Deron Bland got a pick 6, but that was against Marcus Mariota, people. It was not against Jaden Daniels. It wasn't even that. It was fucking Marcus Mariota got pick 6. Oh, the sky is fucking blue. Am I right? Not so today in Syracuse, New York, though. It's bright, guys. It's very cloudy, I would say, at least. When I'm at 15 at the Dallas Cowboys, the offense is like the best in the NFL, though, technically. It definitely is. But it's looking like with or without CeeDee Lamb, he came back for this week for sure against the Redskins. I'm sorry, Commanders. I'm gonna call them the fucking Redskins I feel like to. The Dallas Cowboys, number 15 in National Football League, up into Week 8 of the 2025 NFL season. You just need to get better defense done and be a pretty good NFL team, if you ask me. Like I said in the last segment, so definitely go after Maxx Crosby. Give up those Packers picks, maybe something else to say at least. It didn't be interesting, though, to say at least for that. But number 15, you get the Dallas Cowboys. They're not top 14 on German League, number 14. We thought this team would be number 14, too. Number 14, you got the Chicago Bears. Who won 4 straight games and starting to start 0-2 against Ben Johnson revenge game against the Lions. He got destroyed. Ever since then, been winning left and right. Won 4 straight games. Obviously, got winning the division. Obviously, lost the first 2 games against the division rivals, the Lions and Vikings. But so, you got one of those division games just asked the Packers last year. No pun intended, the NFC North. Listen, the Bears won 4 straight games, man. Who would have thought that shit, right? 4 straight games to fight and starting 0-2. I know they have a pretty good start the season. Everyone had expectations for them. And they have starting 0-2, not a great start. Then they won 4 straight. Gotta give credit where credit is due to Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, to say the least. Obviously, Roma Dunze and DJ Moore. Those guys, Luther Burton, DeAndre Swift. These guys are showing up. We're running 4 straight games, man. You give credit where credit is. So that's why number 14 for my power rankings this week. Just not top 13, though. Jordan plays number 13. Number 13, you got the New England Patriots. Who would have thought this team would be number 413 this year? Oh my goodness, man. They're leading the AFC East right now. Over the Buffalo Bills, I believe. At least they're, I think, a half game ahead of the Bills. I think they are. Yeah, because the Bills had a bye week this week. I think the Patriots won against the Titans. Yeah, they definitely did. So they're 5-2, and the Bills are 4-2 as well. Be interesting for the rest of the AFC East. And obviously, you got the Dolphins and Jets. They're no one's believing in them whatsoever, especially the Jets and Dolphins, whatever. But New England Patriots, number 13, you're looking at a pretty good team, man. They're leading that AFC East. Now Buffalo's Bills probably going to catch them eventually. Probably win the AFC East. But watch that not happen, though, I would say, at least. I mean, I don't know, man. They beat the Buffalo Bills in Sunday Night Football in Buffalo in Highmark Stadium a couple weeks ago. Got where credit is credit to Drake May and Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. Also Stephon Diggs as well. Number 13, man, they're a pretty good team right now up to this point. It's not top 12, though. It's still on page number 12. Number 12, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're facing my Green Bay Packers as we discuss the preview predictions next segment for this podcast. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 12 in the National Football League up until this point for NFL Week 8 for power rankings. I don't know, man. The Steelers lost against the Bengals on Thursday Night Football against Joe Flacco. The Battle of the Unks. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco, man. So that was NFL side on Twitter. I saw that, man. I was like freaking crazy, laughing my ass off. I said, I love my boy Aaron Rodgers. I even like Joe Flacco quite a bit. But still, the Steelers, the offense, like, who would have thought the offense would be looking better than our defense? Our defense not looking good whatsoever. Is Jalen Ramsey washed, people? That dude can make a fucking tackle to save his life against Jamar Chase on Thursday Night Football. Man, oh man. Then we get Packers and Steelers Sunday Night Football, man. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game against the Packers. Oh, pack your popcorn. It's going to be fucking Semina, to say the least. If the kids like to say, it's Semina, man. But number 12, you get the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not top 12, or not top 11. No, they're in general piece number 11, to say the least. Number 11, team that won Sunday Night Football this past week, the San Francisco 49ers against the Atlanta Falcons. 49ers, man. Also, come off a loss the previous week against the Buccaneers. Obviously, begin their revenge a week later against the Atlanta Falcons, our NFC South team, on Sunday Night Football. Niners, also all their injuries, Brock Purdy, their top 3 wide receivers, Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk. You still got your one on the top, you got your Juwan Jennings still, too. You get the point at that. But also, Kendrick Bourne, man. Oh, my goodness. What a career. Freaking rectifying his career, man. Gotta like that for him to say at least. But Mac Jones looking like the comeback player. I'm not going to say the comeback player. You're going to go what? You're Dak Prescott or Daniel Jones. It's guys like that. But I'm not going to get attention from Mac Jones, man. A guy who thought his career would be dead after the New England Patriots debacle. And now he went to Jacksonville to back up Trevor Lawrence and everything. And then he went to San Francisco. He thought this would be a career backup for Mac Jones. No, you might be looking at a fringe starter at bare minimum, man, for next season. At least what he's doing right now in San Francisco. Yeah, but I've always said that. It's Mac Jones. You got to at least put the right system around, like coordinators and like stuff around Mac Jones. Like, you didn't get that at all in New England following Josh McDaniels' departure. Now he's looking like basically like the New England Patriots got all Mac Jones. I'm not saying not about Pro Bowler Mac Jones like he was in his rookie season, but it's definitely up there to say at least. So he's close, semi-close to that. Got credit is for Josh McDaniels. Not Josh McDaniels. He's obviously New England. But actually Drake May. You got Kyle Shanahan making a career rectifying Mac Jones to say at least. They're at number 11 in San Francisco 49ers. Not top 10, don't trouble piece number 10. Number 10, you got the Denver Broncos. Obviously won a freaking comeback game against the New York Giants of all teams. We all thought that'd be happening against Russell Wilson, not Jackson Dart. But nope, it was Jackson Dart. Maybe probably a better game with Jackson Dart than fucking Russell Wilson. Number 10, you get the Denver Broncos, and still, what a game that was. You thought the Giants and Broncos. I should have watched that game, not Redskins and Cowboys, man. I should have watched that game. I had a guy in my area, by the way. I was like, this game would be fucking boring. It's going to be a fucking thriller, man. I thought that the Giants and Cowboys were tonight be a fucking the game of the week. A great game of your contender, honestly. Number 10, you get the Denver Broncos. Obviously, you want to be in a shootout at home against the New York Giants, but at least they got to win things, so Will lost his game-winning field goal. The Giants just left too much time back on the clock for Bo Nix to get a timeout and everything in there to say at least. Denver Broncos, number 10 for power rankings this week. They're not top 9, no, Joan Piece, number 9. Number 9, you got the Seattle Seahawks. Won a doubleheader in Monday Night Football against the Houston Texans. Seahawks, man. Jackson Smith, the Jigba. Let me look up his stats again. I think he's like a fantasy guy, the top fantasy guy this week, or the top guy the whole season, honestly. Jackson Smith. Let me look up his stats right here. Come on, people. Jackson Smith. Yeah, let me go up him right there. Right there, you scroll down, and there you go. 8 catches, 123 yards, and 1 touchdown, man. God, this guy's freaking insane, man. Oh, my God. He's averaging 100 yards throughout the whole season. He's averaging 16.4 yards a catch, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Unbelievable. We getting a touchdown every freaking game, man. I got him on fantasy. I'm grateful for that. One of my few picks I got right this year. My God, man. Seattle Seahawks, Jackson Smith, Jake was fucking insane, bro. Look at the top wide receiver this season by far, honestly. I'm about honest, you said that. That's why he's number 9 with the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold coming. He had 4 turnovers and 2 turnovers in his game and still beat the Texans. Kind of insane if you ask me. So the Seahawks number 9, her power is not top 8 though. Triple position number 8. Number 8, you got my Green Bay motherfucking Packers, bro. Packers come up win against the Arizona Cardinals, so barely beat the Cardinals. They're trying like most of that game up until like the final minutes of that game. Micah Parsons was the way he brought him in. 3 sacks and 4 tackles for loss, man. That's why you bring in a guy like Micah Parsons. That's probably the best game he ever had as a Packer career so far. 3 sacks and 4 tackles for loss is fucking insane, bro. As you hear a fucking bang outside my studio, the interim studio to say at least. I'm sorry if you heard that big bang. That was a freaking bang of all bangs, bro. I'm sorry about that. Nah, it's outside my control, people. My studio is not too soundproof, bro. You get the point. But I'm really get the Green Bay Packers. The team is freaking like the defense is legit. Obviously, you got Micah Parsons that definitely helps you. I only give up 23 points to Kyler Murray last Cardinals team, but still. They're still a top 8 football team, even though they barely won this past week. And Josh Jacobs, a guy who could have been out for this game, got 2 touchdowns. He could have, game time decision, got 2 touchdowns in this game. And my God, we all love Josh Jacobs as a Green Bay Packer. So they're number 8 for my power rankings this week. You're not top 7, though, sadly. Someone please number 7. We're on to my favorite team, to my least, one of my few least favorite teams, the Kansas City Chiefs, number 7. I know. Hey, well, I gotta give her credit. 31-0 against the Raiders is you gotta do that. First of all, they have to do it because the Raiders are fucking putrid this year almost. They didn't get an interception. We get the point for that to say at least. Number 7, the Kansas City Chiefs won 31-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta do a new record, man. That was there's some movement inside my house, man. I didn't want you guys to hear that whatsoever. Or it's not my house, but my inner house to have friends having stuff to say at least. Let me know it's the studio so you kind of can't really yell or anything to say at least. Not that he wants me to yell, but you get the point. You get the point. If you don't want to take advantage of this stuff to say at least, he's done so much for me, but you ever get the point. Going back to number 7, the Kansas City Chiefs at Power Rankings this week, and my goodness, man, the Raiders. 31-0 against the Chiefs that are looking like Rashee Rice is back and got 2 touchdowns. Maybe I should believe in the Chiefs more often, man. Not take their starting 0-2, man. I'll see that Rashee Rice. This was the first game the whole year. They had the top 3 wide receivers: Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood, Marquise Brown. I don't know, man. Hopefully the Bills, because someone can knock them off eventually. Hopefully, guys, football gods, please don't do this to me again. No one wants to see a Chiefs back in the Super Bowl again. At least for a long time. No, boy, regular football fan, honest football fan. And despite the Chiefs are a great team and everything, obviously the Hall of Fame yet season, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. Just hope to God they eventually lose, because I want them back in that Super Bowl. Obviously, postseason all matters, but it's only regular season right now, to say at least. But Chiefs are still a good team. They're a great team, honestly, right now. Obviously, the top 3 rosters back, including Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. So, number 7 for Power Rankings this week. Then again, he did this against a Raiders team at home. That's looking not good at all. 31-0 is nothing to sleep about, don't get me wrong, but still. It's against the Raiders. Come on, people. Of course they'll do it against the fucking Raiders. Division rival, nonetheless. They always punch the bag at the Raiders. Number 6, top 6 so team is benches points. Number please, number 6. Number 6, you got the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, falling off a bye this week. Obviously, coming this week, taking on the Carolina Panthers. Looking 4-3 Panthers, man. Looking amazing. They should be a shot for a power because they win against the Bills next week. But obviously, the Panthers, obviously not been the greatest teams. They faced the Cowboys. They faced the Falcons. They blew out 31-0. Who else they won? They obviously beat the Jets. Not that they didn't look great at all, but they're just very better than the Jets. So everyone's better than the Jets, though. Who else they beat? They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Falcons. They beat the Jets. Who else they beat? Who the fuck was the 4th one they beat? I don't fucking know, man. Who the fuck was the 4th team the Panthers face? Am I tripping? Carolina Panthers. Panthers. Who did they beat? Oh, the Dolphins. That's right. That's all bad. I forgot the fucking Dolphins. That's how bad they are. My God, man. Dolphins fucking suck, man. They are freaking horrendous. They lose against the Browns of all teams. Then again, my team lost against the Browns, but still. At least he put more points against the Browns than the freaking Dolphins did. It's a rainy game and everything else. I get that. I love rainy games, man. It's freaking great weather, if you ask me. So I'm a Packers fan, like the king of bad weather. The Kings, the bad weather team, them and the Bills, man. Not gonna be a Bills fan. That'd be kind of bizarre if you ask me. Anyways, the Buffalo Bills number 6. Speaking of devil, obviously, the Bills number 6. Their power rankings this week, and still they're still a top 10 team. Definitely top 6. Obviously, a flaw back-to-back loss against the Patriots and Falcons not great at all. But coming off a bye week, you need that much being a bye week and go against the Panthers, hoping to get some revenge of the last couple weeks or so against the Panthers. Then against Carolina, the Carolina Panthers undefeated at home this season, to say the least. Number 6, you got the Bills. You're not top 5 though up to this point. Jamal, please, number 5. Number 5, you got the Los Angeles Rams. Like that, Rams. Who do they fucking face this week? I don't know who the fucking Rams faced this past week. I can't remember shit, man. Rams. Who do they fucking face? Oh, that's right. They destroyed the Jaguars, and Devontae Adams got 3 touchdowns. Forgot about that in the London game. Rams up. Puka Nacua, and they still put up 35 points and 3 touchdowns to Devontae Adams. Is Devontae Adams back, ladies and gentlemen? Is he him and Puka Nacua be that dynamic duo, probably better than Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua? I don't know, man. Imagine this team had Puka and Cooper Kupp and those two, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. My God, that trio route should be freaking stoppable, dude. It'll be fucking like a cheat code, honestly. But I'll say you get the captions to get the Adams to say at least. But the Rams, number 5 from power rankings this week, they play freaking great at Puka Nacua. Matthew Stafford looking pretty fucking... 5 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Oh my goodness, man. Stafford is the passing touchdown machine, man. Jaguars not look great this week at all, man, in that London game. At least Travis Hunter got his first NFL touchdown as a rookie. He had 100 plus yards to say at least, though, for sure. So the Rams, number 5 from power rankings this week for sure. Not top 4 total German species, number 4. Number 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, lost against the Detroit Lions on the first game of the Monday Night Football doubleheader. In case it doesn't matter, they're on this list too, spoiler alert, obviously. The Buccaneers not look great on Monday Night Football at all. The power rankings last week, probably been number 1 team going to week 7. But I'll say don't say their asses kicked by the Lions. They almost did 24-9. They'll see a lot of turnovers in this game. But still, the Buccaneers not look great at all. But still, I'm not too worried about them at all. I'm definitely not worried at all. But it's not even worried about them or the Lions at all, man. Definitely not even close. So it's only like week 7 up to week 8. So and plus the Lions are on a bye week, buying at least a win before I go into our bye week. So there we go. The Buccaneers, number 4 in my power rankings this week. You're still a freaking great team. Baker Mayfield's still my MVP candidate this year. Between him and Daniel Jones. I mean, Daniel Jones might take a leap above Baker Mayfield. Just a little bit, though. And no, idiots, it's not Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, not sorry. I know he's got touchdown machines. But still, man, he's still not the MVP. He was not great the first 2 weeks. Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield great all fucking year. Still, Buccaneers number 4 in my power rankings this week. He ain't top 3 don't German players number 3. Number 3, you get the reigning defending Super Bowl 59 champion Philadelphia Eagles. Who obviously won this past week against the Minnesota Vikings. And Carson Wentz, looking like a turnover machine, Carson Wentz, man. Thank you very much, Eagles, for that one, man. Once they destroyed the Vikings, actually it was a closer game, 28-22. But I love it. The Vikings lose, looking like more and more exposed. I love it. I fucking love it, bro. I love it. Not a Vikings fan at all. Not the Scully fucking bitches, man. Those Minnesota Vikings. Between them, the Bears, and I don't hate the Lions at all, actually. You'd think I'd be hating the Lions at NFC. I don't hate them at all. But the Bears and Vikings, I definitely do not like at all. But the Eagles, number 3 in my power rankings this week, they still... A.J. Brown finally showed up, man. Finally got a touchdown. It was a couple of decent, yards downfield. He looked very much like old school A.J. Brown back again. I don't know why I said old school, but at least old A.J. Brown to a point. Just gotta do this more weeks than you had, though, to say at least. So number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're not top 2, though. Don't please number 2. Number 2, you get the Detroit Lions. Oh my goodness, man. The Lions, man. Put up a show, I'm not saying it was like a big time performance. I know Jurgo, they didn't play the greatest of games either. They just played better than the Buccaneers. That's why not number 1 this week. They had the team was much more better for week 7 compared to this team for week 8 going this week. But number 2, the Detroit Lions, and what a fucking they're still a great team. Still a great team. I don't hate them at all. Even an NFC North fan myself and the Packers. I don't hate the Lions at all. I take the Bears and Vikings more. Don't like them. Don't like them at all. Yeah, it'd be pretty poke the bear. But still, the Lions, what a very good performance on some Monday Night Football. Not the greatest at all. Not like their past performance they gave the Bears this week on week 2. Obviously, the Ravens on this past Monday Night Football game, one of the other Monday Night Football games they had this year. But still, the Lions are a team to be reckoned with in the NFC North. That's why home field advantage would be nice for the playoffs. And when this NFC North team could be, and honestly, where it's the Packers, Lions, even maybe a small dose of the Bears. Definitely the Vikings. I don't think the Vikings are going to come close to the NFC North, but that's my opinion. But yeah, it's the Packers or Lions, maybe a small dose of the Bears to a point they can pull off a miracle. I mean, to me, whoever wins the NFC North is legit the best chance to dethrone the Eagles in the NFC. Whether it's the Lions or Packers, one of my picks. I mean, definitely the Buccaneers are up there too. And Rams too. We gotta give her credit to. But I think whoever wins the NFC North come playoff time is the biggest challenger for the Eagles. That's my opinion. It could even be both Lions and Packers, the Eagles in the playoffs. Waiting to find out for that those sales. But those are my picks. Obviously, Eagle, Buccaneers are up there, so I'm saying to the Rams. That's my Larry predictions for that. But the Lions, number 2 for NFL Week 8 Power Rankings, not number 1, though. Who would have thought this team, 8 weeks in the NFL season, be number 1? This is freaking shocking, man. As we get credit to do. John Police, number 1, man. Be a love for this one. Number 1, none other than the Indianapolis Colts. Who are the best record in NFL, man. Who would have fucking thought that? 8 weeks in the season, the Colts are 7-1, and the one loss, they technically should have won if A.D. Mitchell would have saved that touchdown. They would have won that game if A.D. Mitchell would then drop the ball in the end zone for that touchback. Because that easy was going for a touchdown, but A.D. Mitchell dropped the ball. They would be 8-0 if it wasn't for that spot. I'm going to send the Colts there, but it's obviously A.D. Mitchell's fault. But still, man, what a freaking team they put on performance on Sunday afternoon. I originally had the Lions number 1, but when I think about the Colts, 38 points on the road against the team who was in the playoffs last year in the Chargers. I'm sorry, that's number 1, man. The Lions are right behind him, though, definitely. But the Colts are number 1 for my power rankings. Who would have fucking thought this shit? Daniel Jones was an MVP candidate with him and Jonathan Taylor may be Offensive Player of the Year. Definitely up to this point. For my prediction, my power rankings this week again, I got 16 got the Chargers, number 15 got the Cowboys, number 14 got the Bears, number 13 got the Patriots, number 12 you got the Steelers, number 11 you got the 49ers, number 10 you got the Broncos, number 9 you got the Seahawks, number 8 you got the Packers, number 7 you got the Chiefs, number 6 you got the Bills, number 5 you got the Rams, number 4 the Buccaneers, number 3 the Eagles, number 2 the Lions, number 1 the Indianapolis Colts, man. So that is my NFL Week 8 2025 power rankings this week. And finally, everyone, for your sports podcast for today, your NFL Week 8 predictions for us today. I'm going to rapid fire speed with this. I'm not even inside my new friend's studio yet. Not even in there yet. I've actually left there to say at least. Because my phone was freaking running very dead, man. And I posted a record on my phone, and it is what it is to say at least. I know people don't care. Let's go back to your final segment of the day. Your NFL Week 8 predictions is starting with Thursday Night Football. I have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Los Angeles and SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. I got the Chargers defeating the Vikings, and the Chargers will improve to 5-3, and the Vikings will fall 3-4. Should be a random, boring football game. At least ain't a divisional game, though. It'll be grateful for that, though, to say at least. Kind of rapid fire speed with this one because I got a lot of shit to do, man, to say at least. So that's your Thursday Night Football and some of their Sunday 1 p.m. game. Believe it or not, no overseas games for this week, to say at least. Very good for that. On to Miami Dolphins, take on to the Atlanta Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I got the Falcons defeating the Dolphins, and the Falcons will improve to 4-3. And the Dolphins will fall to 1-7, man. What a freaking putrid season is for the Miami Dolphins, man. 1-6, man. Potentially going 1-7 to lose against the Falcons this Sunday. Not great whatsoever. Still, Mike McDaniel still the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Why? Oh, why? They never freaking learned, to say the least. Anyways, moving on to the Chicago Bears. We're traveling to M&T Bank Stadium to take on the Baltimore Ravens. I got the Bears defeating the Ravens. If Lamar Jackson isn't playing, then I got the Bears win, and I think this will be the case, so the Bears will defeat the Ravens. But if Lamar Jackson is playing, I got the Ravens defeating the Bears. So the Bears still defeating the Ravens, so I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to be playing during this game. So get the Bears improving to 5-2, and the Ravens will fall 1-6. Not a great season at all for the Baltimore Ravens fans. We're on to Cincinnati, the New York Jets traveling to Cincinnati, taking the Cincinnati Bengals. I got the Bengals defeating the Jets, and the Bengals will improve to 4-4, and the Jets will fall to 0-8, man. Yikes, oh yikes for Jet fans, to say the least. Got no opinion on this game. Should be a boring game. Joe Flacco goes against one of his former teams in the Jets, and that's about all you can give me here. We're on the Buffalo Bills, who travel to Carolina, take on the Carolina Panthers, or North Carolina, I think you're playing in. The Buffalo Bills defeating the Carolina Panthers, and the Bills improve to 5-2. The Panthers will fall to 4-4. But if the Panthers can win this game and sneak out a victory in their home stadium against the Buffalo Bills, the top 16 in my power rankings, man, what a freaking win that'll be for Carolina, man. Maybe we'll go on my power rankings for next week, man. But any final that those sillies that can happen. I don't think it'd be happening no whatsoever. For the Buffalo Bills defeating the Carolina Panthers, especially because Bryce Young is not playing for the Panthers, and it's Andy Dalton now. Because Bryce Young, I believe, is hurt for this week, I believe, honestly, yes. So the Bills defeating the Panthers. Move on to the San Francisco 49ers going to take on the Houston Texans at NRG Stadium. I got the 49ers defeating the Texans, and the 49ers will improve to 6-2. And the Texans will fall to 2-5. Should not be a decent game. It could be an upset pick I could do with the Texans defeating the Niners. So I think I might stay with my predictions here. The 49ers defeat the Texans. So that is that. And on to one of your other 1 p.m. games. You got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Gillette Stadium in Boston, take on the New England Patriots. I got the Patriots defeating the Browns, and the Patriots are improved to 6-2, and the Browns will fall to 2-6. Kind of flip up in the records there, if you ask me. Should be a blowout game, honestly. I think the Patriots will destroy the Browns. But then again, we didn't think that last week with the Dolphins and the Browns. Not really destroying because both teams suck, but you get the point there to say the least. But the Patriots defeating the Browns, I don't see the Browns losing against the Patriots or beating the Patriots at all. Still, I got the Patriots defeating the Browns, and the Patriots are improved at 6-2, and the Browns will fall at 2-6. On to your final Sunday 1 p.m. game. The New York Giants take on traveling to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, take on the Philadelphia Eagles, looking at Financial Field. The Eagles getting their revenge from 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, and the Eagles will improve to 6-2, and the Giants will fall at 2-6. Should be a very interesting game, because the Giants put up a lot of points on that Broncos defense, man. Giants put up a lot of points on that Broncos defense. I was kind of shocked by that. 32 points, to say at least. So we got the Eagles all defeating the Giants, and the Eagles improve to 6-2, and the Giants will fall at 2-6. We're on to your Sunday 4 p.m. games. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to New Orleans, taking on the New Orleans Saints in Caesars Superdome. I got the Buccaneers defeating the Saints, and the Buccaneers are improved to 6-2. And the Saints will fall at 1-7. Saints still probably tanking from other quarterbacks being out drafted number 1 overall. I don't think it'll be Arch Manning, though, anymore. He's not playing the greatest around the Texas Longhorns, I would say, at least. Or it'll be, wait and find out with that. But I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeating the New Orleans Saints, and the Buccaneers will improve to 6-2, and the Saints will fall at 1-7. On to the Tennessee Titans. It's traveling to Lucas Oil Stadium, taking a 7-1 or 6-1 New Indianapolis Colts. The number 1 team in my power rankings this week. I got the Colts defeating the Titans, and the Colts are improved to 7-1, and the Titans will fall to 1-7. Flip up in the records right there again. In all seriousness, who the fuck would have thought the Indianapolis Colts would be the best record in the NFL right now? So I certainly did it 8 weeks in the season. I certainly didn't. Hats off to the Colts, man. Daniel Jones playing like a comeback player of the year, man. He rectified his career big time, man. Probably more so than Sam Darnold, honestly. So the Colts defeat the Titans, and the Colts will prove 7-1, and the Titans will fall to 1-7. There you go. Moving on to your final 4 p.m. game. You get the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Denver, taking on the Denver Broncos. At the Broncos defeating the Cowboys, and the Broncos improve to 6-2, and the Cowboys will fall 3-4-1. Obviously, a tie coming against the Green Bay Packers. This should be honestly a very interesting game from the Cowboys offense going against the Broncos defense. That should be interesting. Anything else, not so interesting if you ask me. And that's all your 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. games to say at least. Because a lot of teams are on a bye this week, by the way. A lot of teams are on a bye. Well, it's back to your primetime games for Sunday Night Football. You get my Green Bay motherfucking Packers. Traveling to Pittsburgh, taking to Pittsburgh. See Aaron Rodgers takes on his former team for the first time since getting traded to the Jets last offseason. Not this offseason, but the past offseason. 3 offseasons ago, to say at least. I got the Steelers, believe it or not, though, defeating the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers will be on the team to revenge on the Packers, just like he did to the Jets, especially. Just hope it's not 4 touchdown passes, though. I hope it's not the case. Honestly, yeah, if there was one team I would have to steal if the Packers lose to this year, it will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I always going to love Aaron Rodgers. My favorite player of all time. My favorite player of all time, Aaron Rodgers, man. It's just so weird to see him in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. It was not as bad with the Jets uniform because he did the same thing with Brett Favre, where he got traded from the Packers to the Jets. But obviously, that stings too, to say at least, or Jets fans as well. If you're botching Brett Favre and botching Aaron Rodgers. But the Steelers somehow defeat the Packers here, and the Steelers will improve to 5-2. And the Packers will fall 4-2-1. Let's get this real feeling that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to show up in this game, to say at least. But I'll be honest, I'm going to have no bad eye west to the Packers in this game. As I love Aaron Rodgers, obviously. So we got the Packers falling to 4-2-1, and the Steelers improving to 5-2. And finally, your Monday Night Football game, to say at least. No doubleheader for this year, to say at least, for this game. We get the Washington Commanders. I'm sorry, Redskins. Traveling to Kansas City at Arrowhead, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. They got the Chiefs defeating the Redskins, and the Chiefs will improve to 5-3. And the Redskins slash Commanders, we're going to fucking name him, will fall 3-5. That is my NFL Week 3. I'm going to say my thoughts on this, though. Jane Daniels, if he's healthy, there's a chance the Chiefs can still win this game. So, if Jay Daniels is not healthy, then definitely the Chiefs will probably win this game, to say the least. Being with Jay Daniels healthy, like that defense sucks for Washington right now. Not good at all, if you ask me. Those are my thoughts on the week, my predictions for this week. Go beginning Thursday Night Football, got the Chargers defeating the Vikings. Sunday 1 p.m. games, got the Falcons defeating the Dolphins. The Bears defeating the Ravens. The Bengals defeating the Jets. The Bills defeating the Panthers. The 49ers defeating the Texans. The Patriots defeating the Browns. Eagles defeating the Giants. That's Sunday 1 p.m. We have 4 p.m. games. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeating the New Orleans Saints. Get the Colts defeating the Titans. The Broncos defeating the Cowboys. And that was on your Sunday Night Football. Get the Steelers defeating the Packers. Monday Night Football, got the Chiefs defeating the Redskins slash Commanders. That is my NFL Week 8 predictions on this podcast. I thank y'all for watching Lucas C. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas C. Allen Show with your sports podcast, your Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Hopefully, knock on wood. Hope you can hear that, by the way. Tomorrow, I'll be back to doing your wrestling-themed podcast with your Thursday, October 23rd, 2025 podcast. Hope I can do that, to say at least. Until next time, I trust definitely be next time. Peace and love. I am out. Take care. Love you all big time, to say at least.